Hey there, everybody. It's your good friend James. I'm with Cuppys Coffee, and I'm also with Alex here, and he's one of the founders of Cuppys Coffee, franchise.com. We're going to give a little bit more training here. We're going to tell you a little bit about Cuppys Coffee, franchise.com, and how that Cuppys Coffee is just not a Cuppys coffee place. It basically carries about three different businesses almost in one. It carries coffee, number one. Number two, it carries fruit smoothies. And number three is gourmet sandwiches like bagel steamers, which are very tasty. I'm telling you, until you had one, you haven't lived yet, right? So, and then what we're also going to tell you about the training that you're going to get from Cuppys Coffee, franchise.com, right? What's going to do is that we're going to get you to Coffee College. We're going to talk about it a little bit later on our thing, and how they're going to see the big roasting plant in Seattle. And you're going to learn and see exactly how coffee is made from a bean on up. So, Alex is one of the co-founders of Cuppys Coffee, and we're going to bring him on right now. So, hi, Alex.
Hey, what's going on, man? How's everything going?
Awesome. And then also we're going to mention, because Alex is a vet, that Alex, he's one of the instrumental guys of actually developing this part about actually coming up for a good big break for the vets out there, because vets are close to our heart. So, Alex, I was going to ask you a question real quick and everything.
Yeah, what's going on?
When you're looking for a location, what are some of the things that you look into that actually makes a good location for maybe a coffee franchise or coffee store?
Well, on the development side, what you're looking at population density being a big one, but also you're looking at flow of traffic times based on what we serve. Our two largest markets, or two largest times of the day, are breakfast and lunch. Why? Everybody's on the go. They're either moving towards work, having to take the kids to daycare, having to drop the kids off at school, going out and, getting the job done. And then for lunch, man, I don't know how many places you've worked at or how many places you've been to, but over the years, not that many places give you a whole lot of time to get in and out with something good. Usually if you want something good, you got to wait. And if you want something fast, well, you sacrifice quality. So at the end of the day, those are our two peak times. So we look at commercial real estate properties that are designed to catch that traffic at those times of the day. So we look for foot traffic, we look for drive-by traffic, we look for rooftops, and we look for population density. Those are some of the biggest overlays. And you can get a lot of this, data yourself, or you can start to do some preliminary work to find your own demographics and do your own demographics research. So you can start finding your own Cuppys Coffee locations. You can start doing that today on like citydata.com. There's a whole lot of different places you can do this stuff. But at the end of the day, I mean, we're really focused on doing a lot of digital overlays, and we've got some more integrated software to be able to help you out. So we do a lot on our end to try and help you find the best locations out there. But no, what do you think, James? What's your
definitely, folks that are watching this or anything, because I know you're going to love Cuppys Coffee. Basically, it's basically a cafe with smooth smoothies and gourmet sandwiches. But really, the fun part for especially me, especially when I'm opening up my own Cuppys Coffee cafe, is that I love looking for a location. And even though a lot of you that are watching this right now, you're somewhat of experts at actually finding your own location, right? Of course you are, especially when you want to open up your own Cuppys Coffee. So what I suggest also is that there's going to be a link that's probably, if you're watching YouTube, it's probably going to be down here. Facebook is going to be up there. But you're going to get more information about Cuppys Coffee. But what you can do in the meantime is you can just drive around and see what kind of locations are really there. It could be anywhere. It could be a freestanding building. It could see Cuppys Coffee. What's cool about Cuppys Coffee is that it's about 800 to 1,200 square feet, give or take, because the reason we did that, and we made it up pretty much like that, so that you can fit in almost anywhere, where a lot of your big McDonald's and stuff like that can't even fit in there, right? So we made it more accessible so that you can get into the best location. For example, some coffee shops are inside maybe libraries, and they basically have a ton of flow of traffic there going in and out and everything. Imagine having a bagel gourmet sandwich your own Cuppys Coffee inside a library, or maybe in a college, or some people I've seen it in churches, really, where they have coffee. And, or basically army, where the army is basically. So
army bases.
Exactly. So we can actually get into almost any spot just to make sure that you're going to get that ton of flow of traffic that's always going there, while other franchises may not be able to go to it. What's other? I'm gonna go back to really the site selection, but I want to also mention that what I love about Cuppys Coffee also is that I love so many things about it, as you can see, is that one thing about Cuppys Coffee is that it's very affordable. A lot of folks out there that you may say, hey, there's two things with this that helps, is that you may not have a lot of money to get in, but we're very low cost to get in there. We have a low franchise cost. We actually have it, and then also your rent's probably be a lot less than most out there, and our royalties are a lot less. And number two, the reason that we did a lot, especially the low cost to get in there, so that if you're looking to open more stores up on your own, for your, to actually maybe own a whole market and everything, and want to be a passive investor, this is just for you, because you know what, if you can open pockets here for a low minimum cost, then you can develop an area for a lot lower but a lot higher profit margin. Don't you agree, Alex?
Yeah, I mean, if you end up coming on, if you have a real management persona about you, if you've been in management for your entire career, or you want something to add to your portfolio so that you already have the infrastructure to support it, taking on this is not a big task. We help train your GM. We support your passive investment scenario. So we're really, really geared not only on the training and hiring side, but also on the digital marketing side, and helping and assisting with many different aspects of a bigger ownership. You're really going to be impressed as far as how much you're going to get. So that in itself, set aside the fact that coffee is one of the largest businesses out there that you can get into. Set aside the fact that you're able to do that. Set aside the fact that smoothies are one of the up and coming trends. Set aside the fact that the small food, all that stuff ups the average ticket cost, and set aside the fact that we can do that higher ticket cost in the same amount of time or similar amount of time as a typical coffee shop. Set aside all of that and realize the fact that we have a proven don't reinvent the wheel system that's going to allow you to get in and also be very functional and easy. Easy, simple business, period. That you and we are geared to scale. I mean, all of that stuff aside, that is attractive as is. But James, I'm kind of reharping on some of the points that you made and that you like about it the most. Can you talk about Cuppys Coffee College?
Sure, definitely. Folks, you're gonna love this. This is one of the most exciting parts for me too, because when I got into my first franchise and everything, the one thing that I wanted to make sure, if you're anybody like me, is that I wanted to make sure that I was totally trained to be able to open my own store, to make sure I was comfortable, that I knew this inside and out, where that I knew exactly how to even run my first store, and basically how to train a general manager so that I can run multiple stores still at the same time, profiting as much as possible. So that's why Cuppys Coffee actually has made sure that we had Coffee College. This is proprietary to really Cuppys Coffee, right? And what's cool about it is that what we're going to do is we're going to go to Seattle. You're going to see the roasting plant. We have our own roasting plant that actually roasts the beans for Cuppys Coffee, and we're going to train you there. We're going to teach you exactly what it takes to actually run your own store, right? And then the second thing that we're looking to do is actually train you in your store. The reason that I like to train folks inside their own store is because I want them to learn on their own equipment, right? I want them to make their own latte there, their own, espressos and all that fine stuff, and also to make their own bagel steamers. You haven't had a bagel steamer until you had one from Cuppys Coffee, where that you're going to take it, maybe have a tuna melt, where that you take the tuna, bam, 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 put it on some bread, and then also, infuse the steamer with all the fixings and cheese on there, and infuse all the taste right inside that thing, and then also making your own smoothies. Oh my gosh, the Green Goddess is one of the best smoothies out there. The Strawberry Smiles are really good. Look, all you do is you basically throw some smoothies in, throw the fruit inside there, a little maybe ice cream or something for substance, and maybe some juice or whatever. Bam, you're going to be making some nice serious smoothies. And you know what, the reason that we did all this was actually to boost up the ticket prices so that you're going to be making as much as possible. Look, for example, like a Starbucks or something like that, nothing wrong with Starbucks, they're all big chain company and everything, but see, the thing is that they mostly carry coffee, a couple danishes, okay? That's all good and what, but you know what? What if Timmy actually wants to actually have a smoothie or maybe a gourmet sandwich? And he's starving, man. You go, he's like, I am hungry. So you know what? Most people are not going to pick a Starbucks for that, but you're going to pick a Cuppy's coffee, right? And then, for example, maybe the wife, she says, you know what? I'm on a diet, right? And so she's going to say, hey, you know what? I'm looking maybe to have a smoothie, a green goddess smoothie or something like that. That's basically going to I'm going to help me lose weight. So you know what? After they get done with eating everything, especially a family of 5 or 6, can you imagine what the ticket price is going to be there? It's not just a $3 cup of coffee, maybe like the other chains out there. It's going to basically be a whole encompass menu where you're looking at $45, $50, $60 ticket prices for doing about the same amount of work. I mean, I know that Alex mentioned that his kids love smoothies and he loves the bagel steamers that are out there, right?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we used to rig an old panini grill in Iraq to actually steam stuff, and we did our own kind of version of bagel steamers at one point in time. So we used to mix a whole bunch of stuff, and man, you know, it is close. But it's actually a piece of equipment that we have now that just does it. It's nice. You don't have to break a panini griller to try and get it. So I really dig those things. And at the end of the day, my kids tear into smoothies. As I know, if you have kids, can I get a large smoothie? No, you don't need a large one. You're gonna go crazy. Stop it. But
If anything, you're going to be much healthier for drinking that, because I can tell you, instead of actually eating sometimes the red meat, not that I don't love red meat myself or anything, but you know what? You're going to feel better. Your kids are going to live longer. Your wife's going to look even more beautiful than she already is, because you know what? The thing about it is that it's all healthy really for you. So I think Alex actually mentioned there's just a little legal jargon stuff that we got to put there. And then after that, we're going to tell you how to get the information to own your own coffee business.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of the legal jargon just bases this around is this is not a franchise offer, okay? At no point in time are we making any kind of offer statement to offer, and we can't disclose any financial or financial representations of any kind. That's not what this is. We're simply giving a lot of information about one of the opportunities that we have across the United States, but only in states where we are allowed to essentially register. And those are a lot of the non-registration states. We're focused on a few in the Southeast right now, but overall, we're willing to look at and accept offers from all over the country. We'll start paperwork if we need to, but at the end of the day, we're right now geared to all non-registration states as far as franchise disclaimer. So that's about it for that. But that's just because our lawyers tell us to do that. So, but to James' point, what we're looking at is a qualification process. But to do that, could you take them through the qualification kind of initial base, what they got to do to actually start that process?
Oh, definitely. Look, folks, this is really easy peasy and everything. You're going to love us because we're basically, you know what? We love what we do. We love people and we love helping people become ultra successful. And that's really what we'd like. What we're looking for is basically people that want to have a passion for opening up their own coffee business. Cafe with gourmet sandwiches and smoothies. That's all fun. Plus, you're going to probably be eating off there anyway yourselves, right? But here's the thing: is that we're looking for folks that have a good financial stability and everything. And you're going to see what it is basically when you go to cuppyscoffeefranchise.com. The link's going to be there or whatever, really. And then the other thing is that we're looking for people that actually basically want to expand from where they are. Because a lot of folks, you know what, a job is just over broke. But when you own your own business, look, huge things happen. I mean, I know folks out there that started with one, then they probably opened 5, 10, 32 stores, right? And you can imagine the conglomerate that they're building, especially for their children's or anything out there. And that's what we're really looking for. What I would suggest for your first start is basically click the link that's cuppyscoffeefranchise.com. If you don't see it, just go to cuppyscoffeefranchise.com. It's going to be one of the first things that are right up there. And then fill out that right on inside there. It's quick or anything. And then you're going to get your information real quick, just right there. And then after that, it's really, then we're probably, and then if you basically see what you like and everything, we're going to invite you out to dinner. You know what I'm saying? You're going to basically meet one of us, maybe Alex or me and everything. And trust me, we're so much fun and everything. Because if you're anybody like me, we love to have fun and everything. And we like to eat good too. And from there, you know what? We'll talk about really getting you into open your own coffee business with gourmet sandwiches and smoothies. But other than that, you know what? It's all meant to have fun. And it's all meant to actually help you change your future. because you know what? We love changing lives. So other than that, Alex, any last words? Then we can let you all go. And then because we have a few people that are interested in so many states. Also, don't snooze, don't lose. Because the whole thing is that your whole area may be sold out. Okay, we've seen that right now. We have people that are interested in major territories and possibly even the states, right? Because this is red hot right now. So jump on it now. And Alex is going to give you some last words. And you know what? We got to contact some of the people that are interested in opening their own stores.
Yeah, guys, one of the last things I wanted to tell you is vets get a $10,000 discount.
Wow.
We're knocking $10,000 off of it, plus a few other things. But you're only gonna know what those other things are and what this whole vet program really consists of if you end up signing up and actually qualifying. We only give our veteran program to qualifying veterans. It's not like, you know, we give you a qualification piece and then, you know, you get this program aside. No, it's all hand in hand. So at the end of the day, click on the link, find out if you qualify. If you don't, it's okay. But at the end of the day, most people, we're willing to make some deals. We're willing to do some things to assist people and be creative in financing. We've got partners for that. If you're thinking, maybe I don't have the financing or maybe I don't have the finances together, you know what? You don't know. You don't know yet. Contact us. Let us know, and we'll work with you, and we'll know for sure. You never know unless you try. And I guarantee you, if you sit on it and we start selling out territories, you'll regret it. So don't do that. Get going now. Even if you got plans for later on, it's okay. It takes 2 minutes to fill out that form, even less. So just hop on through. We'll hop on the phone at some point in time. Maybe go out to dinner, have a good time. All right. Take it easy, guys. I'll hand it back to James.
All right, guys, see you on the other side. Fill out that form right now. Don't hesitate. And after that, what we're going to do is we're going to check it out. We're going to send you a lot of information so you can check us out so you're so thorough and everything. And after that, if you like what you see and we like what we see also, we'll invite you out to dinner so that we can talk about the business through you or anything. No obligation, never an obligation. You know what? Sometimes it's just a meet and greet. That's all it is. And you know what? I bet you if anything, this is going to be one of the best decisions you ever made in your life. So click the link right on the bottom, check it out, and we'll be on the other side waiting for you. Talk to you later. Thank you.
Guys.